You want to live much longer than is currently possible. So what can you do besides going on a diet, exercising a lot, taking some vitamins? Well, if you've already looked into research on longevity, then you may have come across the term biostasis, sometimes called cryonics. So what is biostasis and how could it potentially greatly extend your lifespan? In this video, I'll go over the basic information of this potentially life-saving technology. Biostasis is the practice of preserving a human body at sub-zero temperatures with the intent of restoring good health once medical technology has the capability. You may have heard stories of people surviving over an hour after falling into a frozen lake before being rescued. Their hearts had completely stopped beating, but they lived to tell the tale. How? The icy water greatly reduced their body temperature, slowed their metabolism, and reduced brain function to the point where almost no oxygen was required. The icy water put the body into a kind of suspended animation. The principle behind biostasis is similar, but a bit more complex. At even lower temperatures, the body can be put onto complete biological pause with absolutely no cellular decay. Once in this state, patients can theoretically be stored indefinitely. This gives medical technology as much time as it needs to advance enough so that they can treat the underlying cause of death and be able to revive the patient that has been put into biostasis. Cryopreservation can only begin when someone is legally dead. Once you die, your vital organs are starved of oxygen as your heart is no longer able to pump oxygenated blood to them. As a result, the cells in your body begin to decay. Starting cryopreservation as close to legal death as possible will slow down and even stop the processes of death. Once legally declared dead, the patient will be cooled down as quickly as possible using a mixture of water and ice. After that, cardiopulmonary support will start. During this process, oxygenated blood is manually pumped through the body to slow down cell degradation. CPS is used until a heart-lung machine can be attached to the patient. This machine oxygenates the blood and keeps it moving through the patient. During all of these steps, your body is gradually being cooled down. At lower temperatures, your cells require less oxygen to survive, meaning that your bodily degradation is greatly slowed down. Initial cool-down steps can be performed by the people around the patient when they die, but the next steps must be carried out by specially trained teams called standby teams. Most biostasis organizations deploy their standby teams to you before your death and begin the following steps. Perfusion and vitrification. Once your body reaches 4 degrees Celsius, perfusion can begin. This is a process whereby the water in your body is replaced with a type of medical-grade antifreeze called a cryoprotective agent, or CPA. CPAs protect the body against the damaging formation of ice when the body reaches sub-zero temperatures. The heart-lung machine attached to the patient pumps these CPAs around the body. After you have been vitrified, you'll be transported to a long-term storage facility. Once there, your temperature will be gradually brought down until it reaches negative 196 degrees Celsius, which is the temperature of liquid nitrogen. This usually takes a few weeks, and you will then be stored in a dewar where your temperature can be maintained indefinitely. This is achieved with monitoring by staff and a constant supply of liquid nitrogen. If you want to know how long-term storage is funded, click this link at the top right of the screen. Since you can be kept in long-term storage indefinitely, technology will have a long time to advance. Who knows what will be possible in 50, 100, or 1,000 years? Once revival is possible, you will be revived. There is increasing interest in biostasis, not merely because of the great scientific and technological advancements we're already seeing, but because cryopreservation is already widely used within science. Human embryos, sperm, blood, and eggs can all currently be cryopreserved for years and then thawed out and used in reproduction. It's not absurd to believe that one day whole body cryopreservation will also be at that stage. We can all agree that the world is rapidly changing around us due to technological advancement. One particular field of science that could revolutionize society is nanotechnology. Many scientists claim that nanotechnology might be the way to repair biological structures. It could conquer cell repair and regeneration, and theoretically, nanotechnology could also reanimate people that have been cryopreserved. There is no evidence to suggest that cryonics won't work. Just because we don't have the technology today to reanimate someone doesn't mean that we never will. Biostasis could be a bridge to the future. It is a potentially life-saving procedure that could transport untreatable people to the hospital of the future. Nobody knows what will happen in the future, but what we do know is that you can be cryopreserved today. Biostasis is currently the only technology that could bring you to that future. This was only a brief introduction to the topic of biostasis. I'm sure you still have a ton of questions. If you want to get more information about cryopreservation and Tomorrow Biostasis, book a consultation with one of our team members and check out our website.